Evening, guys. I'm starting the vlog pretty late today. It's just it's about 6:15 in the evening of a Friday afternoon. I don't have to work tonight, so I've got a few things that I want to do. I spent the day at work and then came home and had a shower and a bit of a nap, and none of that was particularly interesting, so that's why I'm starting the vlog now. I've got to show you quickly some propagating. Alrighty, so I've got heaps of trays. I've got some of this that I need to use up, but generally I wouldn't advise using something like this. I'm just going to use it because I've got it and I want to use it. But seeds don't really need to be fertilized. You kind of want to wait until the plants are a little bit older before you fertilize them, otherwise then they don't grow up properly. If you just nurture them and make them feel nice, then they don't really feel like they have to do anything. I'm going to use some sand. Should probably use river sand, but I've got heaps of sand left over from when I did the paving. Guys, so I've got some old soil here. I'm just going to add a little bit of this because I don't really want to use much. I'll just add a little bit over time, and I think actually most of what I've got in there already was old potting mix anyway. And then I'm going to add some sand. The ratio that you use for most seed raising is 2 sand to 1 potting mix. The reason for that is just because sand is quite low in nutrients, and you really want to try and make the plants as hard as possible so that later on they can survive on their own without the need of fertilizer. And also the sand helps with drainage quite a lot, so you want a fair bit of drainage. Alrighty, so I filled up all the trays, and after you do that, it's important that you get them all fairly level, and then tamp them down just with something flat so that it's fairly firm. Before you start putting the seeds down. That'll just make sure that all the water and everything else will run through there evenly, so you don't get weird patches and unfair growth amongst seeds. I get all my seeds out, and I've discovered, oh, I already knew that I've got too many seeds for each tray to have one only. So I've got some old dead sticks, and I can divide each one in half and just label it twice on each one, and then, you know, stick a label there and then do that for all the ones that I have to, and then that will get rid of the confusion. Now all I have to do is come along and open each packet and then sprinkle out as many seeds as I want from each one. And then what you want to do is you only need to sprinkle as much soil medium over the seed as big as the seed is. So if the seed is 2 mil in diameter, then you put 2 mils of soil roughly over it, and you just sort of sprinkle it. So I'll show you this one. This is parsnip. I've never seen parsnip seeds actually, but this is them. So I'm going to just sprinkle a few around. I probably don't need that many, but I'm quite happy to just use more than I need. And if I have any left over, then I can sell them or give them away. So after I do that, I'm just going to leave the seeds next to it. Because those are very, very small, as you can see, they're really, really thin. Well, hopefully you can see that. They're paper thin, basically. I just need to grab a handful of that and just slightly cover it until they're just covered. And then I'll do that for all of them, give them a water, and that's it. Done. And that's all there is to it, really. Alrighty, I think I need to go get some groceries so that I can have some dinner. So I can keep going, you know, dinner.
Thank you for shopping at Coles.
So that is Kaiser roll, sauerkraut, chorizo, and halloumi with onions. I really wanted to get bratwurst, but they didn't have any, so I had to get chorizo. Well, I didn't have to get chorizo, but... Hey guys, just been spending the last little while doing some edits and working on a soundtrack to Deus Ex, because I'm playing through that game and I've discovered that it's not really possible to make those videos without having copyright infringements due to the soundtracks. So what I'm going to have to do now with every game that I play is disable the soundtrack, and then I'm going to make my own music to the game, and then I'll upload the music separately, probably put it on Bandcamp or somewhere so that you guys can buy it and support the work that I'm doing. But I've just turned in a track that I've been working on for a while now. Not for a while. It didn't take me that long. But I worked on it months ago, and I've just completely changed some of the sounds. But I want to make really ambient stuff, so there's probably not much point in me showing you much from it. I'll just give you a little bit of a example of what I'm talking about. I'll work on it more tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to play some Deus Ex tomorrow. Keep doing that, but this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, fairly dark. There is a part in there, because it was meant to be a minimal techno song, so there's a part here where it sort of just slowly builds up into having this slow drum beat, which I like. But I'm going to work on some different textures and sounds that I like that suit the game, or any game that I'm going to play, and I'll probably I'll try and come up with probably an hour or maybe 2, because I mean it's fairly easy music to make, so I could make like a couple hours worth of music and then just repeat it over the course of the whole game. And then yeah, so I hope you guys are gonna like that. If you don't, that's unfortunate, but I do, so deal with it. And in the meantime, that's all I have to show you guys until tomorrow, when I finish making some more of this music and play some Deus Ex and get to work, and whatever else I'm going to do is all up in the air. So I'll catch you then, where everything I'm going to do is up in the air.